Okay guys, I've had my poles out for a while. I'm going to be baiting, putting new bait on. Not the freshest bait I've used, but it's what I got. Frozen skipjack. Use the freshest bait possible every time you're fishing. Fresh bait, it's going to stay on your hook better, it's going to last a long time. More likely catch more bites, more fish. So the head, the best part. This one's a little one. So this is about 1 foot long, so I'll cut it. I got 3 rods to bait, so I got the head on that one. I'll put there a nice chunk. Cut the tail off. All right. First one. Oh my God. Soaking for a while. Okay. So this is the rig I use. I got a 50-pound leader right here, tied up to an offset circle that I did, Eagle Claw. It's maybe 11 or 12 aught. Don't remember the size. 1.5 ounce egg weight, 250-pound slide for it, like 400-pound swivels, and a 25-pound main line. So everything's well adequate to hold up to what I need. The weakest link is going to be my main line. So getting a couple of these scales off before I put it through. Baited. Sometimes scales will stick on the tip of the hook. Make sure you take those off. It's a 6500 live liner pen reel. Has a cool feature for the live liner is this. Flip that down, it's your extra drag for when you're doing like what I'm going to be doing. Catfish fishing, live bait fishing. It's an excellent reel, worth it. Comes on a combo I got it with. It's a 7-footer. Pretty nice setup, doing it really well. This one, I'm not going to go out very far with it. Reel in my line. There's a school of bait I can see that's about to run over just where I tossed. So, that. Tighten that down. Sitting like that. Next, I'll bait this one up with the head. This is a non-offset circle hook. This is a 10-aught. There's an Eagle Claw as well. 80-pound leader, 3-pound pyramid weight, swivel, crimps here, dropper loop. It's a 9-foot medium heavy that I toss, and a pinned International 965 bait caster. Super smooth, great drag, nice reel. This is what I've caught. This rod and reel, I've caught all of my giant catfish, red drum, stripers. This rod and reel can just pretty much pull on anything that I've caught off the bank. Casts really well. I'm going to cast this one off a lot further. There's a drop off out there that I'm going to get into. Throwing a 50-pound Power Pro Super Slick 8 main line. Has a smooth cast, smooth retrieve. There's very minimal grinding through the eyes. Super slick. Nice line. I've been using it for a long time. Works really well. Throw my clicker on. Cast it. And pull it. one's a lot further. My other small rig, I'm not going to cast out very far either. This one's offset circle hook. This is a, I believe, a 9/0 offshore angler from Bass Pro Shop. You put a tail piece on this hook. Scales will stick to that point, so make sure you take them off. That bait, definitely not too big for the hook, so fish will suck that down no problem. 10 pounder, 5 pounder, 20, whatever. This is a 20-pound main line. There's a 50-pound leader, another dropper loop, same idea style. It's a Penn Battle 5000 that I throw with this. Nice reel, picked it up pretty cheap. Works great, better than a lot of other stuff I've had. Cast this one pretty short haul. Up on that flat. That one's not out very far at all. With the sun going down, they'll come up into the shallow. With my drag, I got my drag about how I would use it when I'm fighting fish. And I just count the clicks off. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4.5. So that way I know how much I'm going to tighten it back down when I hook up and get a fish, so I can fight it, pull it in. You don't want to over tighten my drag. Snap your line. I've seen a lot of people snap line 20 pound. It's crazy. All right. So this one, same thing, Penn Battle 5000. It's a bailless setup that I use. 50-pound, I believe Power Pro. Not sure. It's a braided. Had it for a long time. This is a 50-pound leader, or this is a 60 actually. 60-pound leader, dropper loop. I put a float on here to keep the bait off. This hook is offset. This is a 10/0, just like the other one on my big 9-footer here that I'm using. Except this one's offset that I've done. The other one's I left it stock. How it comes. It's a slammer rod. It's a 7-footer. Found it in the Cape Cod Canal, so free rod, practically new. Just a couple scrapes. Back to this keeps it off the bottom. I like this setup, it works. Works great in currents. If you're dragging behind a boat, river systems like I'm in the Tennessee River here. So that's a good setup. The bailless with the braid, it doesn't come off my roller guide. It just stays on once I snug up the line. If you use a mono, it has a tendency it will come off, or a tendency to come off. So be careful if you use bailless reels doing this kind of fishing. That. So scales come on the tip. Just knock it off. You'll figure out. Spool up, get ready to cast it. It doesn't catch on this even if it's down all the way. I haven't had it catch yet. This one, I'm going to go downstream further out, about as far as I went with my bait caster. So I can really cast this one out nice. Be careful not to throw your bait off. Shallow, but it'll work. Not as far as I wanted. I just don't want to cast my bait off. So I put it back on the roller. When you cast out, don't set any of your bails or anything right away, because it'll drop and swing into you. Try and get it to drop in straight under, so let a little bit of line out. It's not too deep here, so I don't have too much of a problem with it. There are some 30-40 foot holes out there, but cast it far enough with the bait caster. Shallow enough to go like 15. Same thing with the other one. 2, 3, 4. 5. And snug that line up. Go off one. Like that. Here we go. When I do this, I don't want to have a lot of rod up on this end. I want most of my weight down on this end. I don't want this rod taken off into the water. You can't fish if you lose your gear, right? So I'm all set up here, kind of fanned out. They're a little zigzag, so shorten in, out and down. This one's in and down. That one's out, down and out. So a little bit of a zigzag. I'm going to be hitting the shallow spots, deep spots, creating a scent trail all downstream here. See a lot of bait floating in the water. A lot of fish out here swimming around. If you don't see bait, it doesn't make a difference that much. I mean, there's still fish out there even if you can't see them. If you're fishing in a spot like I am, bank fishing, you're just kind of limited, so you can't go where the fish are. A lot of times you just have to hope the fish are there and hope you hook up. This is a very good spot to fish in. I know from the past I've caught a lot of big ones off the bank here in the winter. Not too sure if they'll still be here in the summer like this, but fall and winter they're piled with fish. Over upstream right here is a river, so I'm basically fishing downstream of the junction. If I was in the boat, I'd be right up over at the mouth, anchored upstream, casting in if I can, or even down, but I'd be further out a little, trying to get to the old channel. The other side over there is a nice spot. There's a great big muddy bottom, a couple little creek inlets dump in over there. Looking for structure when you're finding catfish is a big key. Looking for like points, river junctions like this. There's a lot of pockets out here that they can sit in. You know, bait will come over top and just come up and take it. Catfish are predatory fish, so they will go chase after fish. They don't always wait for fish to show up to them. Like flatheads, they eat a lot of live bait. Blue cats will eat a lot of live bait. They'll also eat a lot of dead. So flatheads, they're opportunistic feeders. Channel cats, same, live, dead. Make sure you put your baits according to fish bait. So the bait I'm using is about the size of your cell phone, a little smaller, half that. This fish, fish this big, is going to have a big mouth. Channel cats this bigger and small mouths. So hook sizes you can use up to 12, 13-aught. I've caught some 5, 10 pounders on 13-aught hooks. I'll show some tackle later. I'm just kind of showing how I'm fishing right here. How I set up from the bank, the boat, how I fish out of a boat. The same if I'm anchored, different if I'm drifting. Don't put all your bait in one spot. Fan it out like I did, zigzag it, change it up. The sun's going down, like I said. So mix it up, see how it goes.